Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Slut here. So, this is going to be the intro to the video. I had one initially. Obviously, when you click start recording, there's an intro. For this one actually does need a special one because I did forget at the start of the original intro slash recording of this, I completely forgot to give a massive shout out to the person that created this tier list. Sages_X over on Twitter. Link to their Twitter will be down in the description below. They put together one of the most creative, most aesthetically pleasing, one of the best sync pair tier lists I have ever seen for this game. Not even funny, probably the best one I've ever seen. It looks so good. And when you guys see it in the video or slash when you see it for yourself, because it will be linked down in the description below, you will be completely surprised as to what I'm talking about. Second, a quick disclaimer. This is in no way, shape, or form who you should EX over, like A over B. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, you should do this unit, you should EX this sync pair over this sync pair and blah 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 blah. No. Pretty much this is just me saying if this unit is worth getting EX or not. When you EX that said sync pair is entirely up to you. There is a tier in here that is called immediately, but you don't need to do them immediately. The tier is pretty much named that because they are really good and you should get them EX ASAP. Please keep in mind that this is not, you should do this pair over this pair. It is just of how soon you should EX this sync pair. That is all it is. Without further ado, please enjoy the video. Once again, massive shout out to Sages_X over on Twitter. I'll see you guys in the video. I've had a few of my friends and others in the community, or at least in my Discord, have started playing the game, and some of them are just curious as to who to prioritize to EX because, let's be honest, unless you're a massive whale who can dish out a shit ton of money and constantly keep summoning, potential tickets are kind of, you know, important. So you want to make sure that you put them in the right places and get the most out of your investment. So that is what we are here for today. Quick disclaimer. This is not going to include what about this sync pair because I like this trainer. When it comes to favorites, obviously, you can make the decision yourself. This is pretty much just going... this is more practicality than personal decisions. Because there are some on this list that I won't put into a high tier that I personally EX just because I like them. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, first up on this list is Rosa and Superior. I'm going to be honest... doesn't really need it. Granted, you get 20 free potential tickets for that unit specifically, so if you want, honestly, you can put it into if you want. I should honestly combine these tiers together, honestly. Let's just combine these tiers together, so we'll just do that. If you want slash doesn't really need... okay. We're just gonna combine them together because I realized that I was gonna say if you want to you can, but I put her in doesn't really need. It's weird. Anyways, just keep moving on. Barry and Napoleon, honestly, if you want to you can. There's just a lot of water units that have EXs that are just slightly a little bit better. His sync does hit really hard, I won't lie, but he doesn't really honestly need it. Vileplume and Erica, actually, let me pull them up over here on my other monitor because I actually have Pomo tools pulled up. Honestly, if you want to, you can. There are, you know, obviously, like, Brennan Sceptile, I guess you... where is Leafeon without a question, and then Sonia and now Celebi. So if you want to, you can. You don't have to. Next up, I'm honestly, Most of the support EXs are going to go into this tier if I don't have a tier for them, just because support EXs are just that strong. Now, Skyla didn't need the EX, but it's nice that she got it because Swanee is still actually a very good sync pair to have. She can max out her... she can max out the team's defense, physical defense by 6. She can max out the team's speed by 6. She has potions. She has a free move because she has Gust MGR9, and it's a 1-bar move, so you just get it right back. So yeah, she is actually a really good support to get EX. Lucario. Just know that this hurts me. Like, I EX'd because Lucario is my favorite Pokemon, but if you have B and Surfetch, you don't need to EX Lucario, like, at all. There's also a bunch of other fighting types in the game now, and you don't need to EX Lucario. That's if you want to, and he doesn't really need it. He got fucked over. He didn't get ramming speed. If he got ramming speed, I'd be happy. Does he have inertia? I'm actually curious. Does he have inertia? Let me just double check if he has inertia. He didn't even get inertia. Is this? It's not even a skill. Are you serious? Wow, he got done dirty. He doesn't have ramming speed, and he doesn't even have inertia. Ugh. Just know that hurts. All right, up next is Dugong. Excuse me, hiccups. Dugong. Okay, here we go. What are you? You are a special striker. So, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really look at the 3 stars all that much, so this could be a little iffy. He has 2 free synergies 8, which isn't terrible, but obviously that doesn't go with the sync. I'm pretty much gonna I'm gonna list this also based off of, except for, you know, supports. Like, if they get if they have like the proper things that they need in the grid/kit to warrant the EX. So like strikers, if they have like something in their kit, like even just like one modifier that justifies EXing them. And so far on Dugong, I don't see it because he only has the 2 sync move nodes that, you know, most units with a damaging sync have. So he doesn't really need it. How and Alolan Raichu literally just got their EX the other day. Believe it or not, I am putting them in high priority solely because of Vespiquen from the Sinnoh Champion Stadium. If you guys have seen my Stadium for Masters series, I hate Vespiquen. I literally hate it. So he is a tech support. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? Anyway, shitty tech support pun out of the way. He is a tech special attacker, which is actually good because specifically Vespiquen. Don't worry, I'll explain more other than just Vespiquen. Because Vespiquen has 20% damage reduction to physical attacks just built in that cannot be like removed, can't be nullified, so Zekrom can't go through. It's just there. So because How has inertia, which is the more the user's speed is raised, the more powers up the user's sync move, and he's still a very, very strong special attacker anyways, I can justify him being a high priority EX unit because he is also easily accessible because he is a base 4-star. So you'll more than likely have him at 5 out of 5 after maybe a few banners, if you're unlucky, then eek. Worst case, you can just candy him to 3 out of 5 because you can get tech candies quite easily. But anywho's, yeah, he is actually a high priority just because he is actually a he can actually hit stupidly strong on his sync to begin with, and now he gets an EX, which is another 50%. So can justify that. Iris and Hydreigon's later, and Haxorus, honestly, just I wouldn't even say priority. I'm gonna rename this a good choice. Honestly, she is a good choice for an EX but honestly, I wouldn't even say that because you guys can see on this list in the next 4, we're gonna get to a better Dragon Sinker who is free 5 out of 5 and everything. I can't justify putting her higher than this. But she's not a bad choice. Honestly, when her EX first came out, she was actually really strong and is still pretty strong, especially, you know, with Dragon Zone and stuff. But honestly, I can't justify higher than this tier. Callum and Esper. Let me pull up Esper real quick. So Thunder Wave has Paralysis, Psybeam for Confusion. X Speed can max out its own speed. We're not done yet. Small percentage of HP, more special attack is raised, can be raised up to 4 max, and then heals uses HP by 40% of its max, which is actually not horrible. That's actually pretty good. Let's see. It has 2 modifiers as well as paralysis modifier on the sync itself, so stronger when the target's paralyzed. Fuzzy Strike, which is when the target is confused, and then Pump Up 2, which is charged the user's move gauge by 2 for each ally sync pair on the field after the user's sync move. Okay, so that's just whatever. Honestly, yeah, I can say he's a good choice for Psychic. He does have some good modifiers for himself for the sync, so you can't even really complain. He's a good choice. Mewtwo! Actually, you know what? Hold on. I need to make a tier underneath this one. I need to make a tier for this. Let me just change the color to this so it's legible. Literally free. Granted, she is too, but she ain't worth the champion spirits. Hence why I said it, because you need to use actual... I'm pretty sure you need to use actual champion spirits. He has his own. It's literally free from the event. And because of Latias that just came out, literally God. Obviously, he's not literally God, but you get what I mean. He's stupidly strong. Like, it's to the point where it's almost impossible to not kill everything with his sync / moves. He is so strong. Like, please, EX him. Also literally free. Hell, I even did full 2,000 points with Ho-Oh. He's actually pretty good. He's actually pretty good. But yeah, like I said, literally free. Obviously, Palkia is literally free as well. This is also why I can't justify her being higher, because he's literally free. He also got a grid extension for mostly... It's actually all of his dragon stuff, because for water DPS, nothing changed. So, yeah, literally free. Psyduck is actually... He is a support, but he's actually pretty good. Believe it or not, the free little Psyduck that we got is actually pretty good. Wardagon, 1-bar move, which also becomes technically free because of MGR9, same as Skyla's Gust move. Has potions, has full heals, and then Duck and Cover, which is raises the defense and special defense of all allies by 2, and then applies the gradual healing to all allies. So yeah, actually a pretty solid support unit. The only thing this little dude don't do is set up rain, but he don't need it. I actually do like Psyduck. I actually used him once for Champions Team because I actually needed him. But yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Abomasnow. A, B... Okay, there we go. I want to make sure I spelled it right. All right, Abomasnow is actually pretty silly. Okay, he's a tech. Yeah, he's tech physical, so he does have inertia, which is more speed, stronger sync, and he also has ramming speed in his grid. Good, already off to a good start. Sync regen, which applies the gradual healing effect, not necessarily needed, but not bad to have. And then heavy hail too, and then which is powers up uses sync move during a hailstorm, and he creates his own hailstorm. Honestly, he is actually a good choice. He is actually a very good choice. He's actually a very good choice because honestly, we could use a few more ice DPS. Now, we're not dying for ice DPS, but he is actually a good viable choice. Plus, they are a base. I'm pretty sure they are a base 3-star. Are they base 3-star? Yeah, they are a base 3-star, so you'll more than likely have them at 5 out of 5. So, not a bad choice. All right, next up is Bronzong. To be honest, I hate fighting this dude in whatchamacallit, in Battle Via. Well, I can't say I hate battling him because Battle Via now is just pretty free, honestly. But all right, let's take a look at him. So, built-in damage with flinch, good. Relentless. The more the target's defense is lowered, the more it powers up to use the sync move. Okay. Does it have the ability to lower defense at all? So you have I see. Never mind. I see it in the grid. I'm stupid. Okay, it has defense crush 4. Okay. So Gyro Ball has DC 4, which is good. Okay, good. It actually has a way to lower it. Okay, good. I was actually concerned that it didn't. Eek. Okay, so he can do it. And then applies move gauge acceleration. I mean, you can. He's a steel. Is he a steel DPS? Yeah, he's tech. If you want to, yeah, you can. We have other steel types that are just better. But if you want to, you can. He's not a. I mean, he's a good choice. But if you have others, then it's if you want to, you can. Seabold. Alrighties. Seabold and what's this dude's name? What is this Pokemon called? I don't even know the goddamn Pokemon's name. I don't even know the Pokemon's name. I think Crabrawler or something. I don't fucking know. Anyways, he is a special striker. That is very obvious with the 383 special attack compared to the 157 attack. Let's look at this. Brain Sync 5, which is increased special attack. Stronger Sync. Good. Brain Sync 5. Good. Also raises his own special attack. Has Double Down 5, which is powers of sync moves that are super effective. Good. And then Sync Bursters restore 1 MP. So honestly, he's actually a good choice. He is actually a pretty good choice. I'm not gonna lie, he's a pretty good choice. He can hit pretty fucking hard. Feraligatr. Let's go. Feraligatr. My friend Grub's favorite little crocodile for water types. And honestly, he can hit actually pretty. He does have Haymaker. I kind of wish he had slightly a bit more to it. Let me just check his skills. He only really has the Haymaker, and if you add Haymaker to it, it's just stronger. And he does have X attack, so Feraligatr is actually a pretty good choice. Actually, a pretty solid choice, honestly. Brandon and Sceptile. I'm now trying to find a way to justify Brandon and Sceptile. I can't really. I mean, he's a good choice, sure, for a striker. Unless you literally wailed out and have her 3 out of 5, and you have like he's a really good strong choice. We just he's a striker, and literally the only other like grass striker we have, I think, is Sonia. Let me just double check this real quick. Hold on. Grass, strike, apply. Okay, I lied. We have the Decidueye. We also have the Decidueye. I'll have to look at the Decidueye. I haven't looked at him yet, but we have said he is a good choice. He is a good choice. So if you want to, you can. Let me look at him real quick. He does have inertia, which allows for the sync nuke because he does max out his speed, and he also maxes out his special attack. Does he have? Wow, his fucking passives suck, except for one. Like, he has haste, which is not horrible, so he can keep up the inertia. But he has Lithe, which prevents the user from getting paralyzed. You know, if he had something like, I don't know, Brain Sync, it would be helpful. Or, you know, ramming speed. Like, just like a little bit of something, please. He does max out his own crit rate, does max out his own special attack. Obviously, he does have ramming speed. I lied. I forgot he has ramming speed. Okay, so he does have ramming speed, but yeah. I can't. It's hard to justify him when there's now better grass DPS options. Honestly, I lied. Change life to Dauntless, please. Or, you know, if he got Dauntless in the grid. I mean, granted, this is like EX and is based off of if it's worth it to change their sync modifier. I'm just griping about Brendan. Anyways, let's just move on. All right, Dusknor. No, yes, right? Dusk. He is DUSK. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dusknor. Yeah, Dusknor. Okay. Let's look at the sync. He has Sync Emergency 5, which powers up the sync when in a pinch. Eek. If you want to, you can, but they're a support EX, so if you want to, you can support EX. Like, she maxes out crit for all ally sync pairs because she has Dire Hit All Plus. Yeah, we're literally gonna do that on the basis that they are a support EX. Moving on. Olivia is actually strong with or without her EX because she can actually hit ridiculously hard. The EX just allows it to become AoE. So, has Sandblaster 5, which powers up the sync move during the sandstorm, which is actually pretty good. Only one passive, which raises the user speed by 1 when it lands a critical hit. Kind of wish she had inertia slightly built into the grid, but it's not horrible. Oh, she does. Aha! What? I didn't see that at first. I'm sorry, she actually does. Okay. Yeah, she is actually pretty fucking good. And honestly, okay, let me do one above this real quick, which is strong choice, which is a strong choice. Okay. I know there's so many things on the screen. I'm sorry. Okay. She is actually a strong EX choice. So hence why I had to move her up here. So he was also a strong good choice. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this a little bit because she doesn't need the EX, but she is actually a strong viable option with the EX. Because good lord, what this woman has in her kit. Can max out her own physical attack. Maxes out her own crit rate. Sadly, you lower your special defense by a max of 4. So it's kind of a little glass cannon-y unless you have somebody that can, you know, sustain your special defense. Granted, though, they're normally dead by the time the sync hits. But, you know, just to be on the safe side. Also, she does raise her accuracy by 4, so her Stone Edge is pretty much 100%. Yeah, she's a strong, viable choice. Pidgeot is also a strong choice because before Rayquaza, and obviously before Lugia, kind of suffering on flying DPSs because Yveltal didn't... Yveltal, yikers. Yveltal's yikers. Let's just leave it at that. But, however, Pidgeot is actually still a pretty good choice. He has 4 sync move tiles, which is pretty good. Sadly, he does not have any other sync modifiers other than that. So, he can nuke, just doesn't have any modifiers for the sync other than 4 nodes for sync move power. He is still worth it though because the other flying type options other than Rayquaza and Lugia. Let me pull up flying real quick. Flying. There we go. Okay. They're all limited pretty much. Rayquaza, Master Fair. Lugia, Master Fair. Skylar and Tornadus, Poke Fair. Yveltal, Poke Fair. Gyarados, Seasonal. I mean, Staraptor's niche. We'll get to him later. And then the rest are pretty much supports or just don't have EX. So yeah. Pidgeot. Lyra and what's her name? Meganium. Honestly, is support EX. There we go. Anyways, he is also a support EX. However, he actually has more to talk about than Lyra. Like, Lyra's not bad, but her sun setups is on her sync. So, yeah. No, because you kind of want to give the DPS to syncs, not her. However, Samurott, on the other hand, actually does have a little bit more going for him. He does max out your speed, which is good. He does have Aqua Tail DC2, which is pretty good. And then he does have Waterfall Flinching, which is also extremely versatile. So yes, a very good support EX. He can pretty much max out, not pretty much can, he can max out the attack of all allied sync pairs. However, you do want to, like, the more you, the lower your HP, the more it raises it. So while he is a good EX in that instance. However, he just doesn't have the self-healing, which is a little eek to me. That's my only issue, is he doesn't have built-in healing in his kit. However, he does still pretty much get the job done. Hilda and Ember, you can if you want. That's all I'm pretty much gonna say. You can if you want. I'm not gonna explain it more because I'll explain it in a little bit. You can if you want. Alright. Zebstrika, he is a physical striker for electric, which is actually not bad. Let's take a, prevents the user from getting paralyzed. Okay, sure. Fast track 2. Has inertia, which is good. I mean, it's not... My issue is that it's not a guaranteed speed rank up, so you need a speed support. Has inertia, so you can if you want to. Caitlyn and Reinculus. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long video. I'm 30 minutes in and I haven't even hit the fucking Poke Fairs yet. I might split this into multiple videos. We'll stop after... We'll stop here at Leaf. So we'll clear up... So we'll do the first year. That's how we'll do it. We'll go by years. Kaylin and Ranculus. They are a special striker. She has 4 sync nodes in her grid. No additional effect built in. And just a lot of prevention stuff in the passive. So if you want to, you can. She doesn't really need it because we have Mewtwo. So I cannot justify this. Leopard has only 2 sync nodes built into the grid. Only has paralysis prevention, and they are a tech sync pair. However, it does have a built-in modifier, which is this attack's power increases when none of the target stats are raised. Hence the uses of Snatch. You take every single one of the target's raised stats, and you take them for yourself, and you raise them, and the rest return to normal. So actually, he is a strong, viable choice, and I can justify him getting the EX. Delibird. Are you a support? You're a support. Perfect. That's all we need to know. Support EX. Octillery. The first 2 seasonals to ever grace this game. He is a tech, okay? He has a lot of stuff. Well, I say a lot of stuff. He only has 5 in the grid. If the target is burned, they get a stronger sync built in. That's good. And they have Scald, which is fantastic. So chance of leaving them burned. But yes, has it built in. Okay. So, has both sync nodes. Also has CS3, which is fantastic. Focus Rush, which raises the user's crit rate by 1 after it's used. And then Rising Tide. The more the user's stats are raised, the more it powers up the user's sync move. Okay. So it raises the special so he can get his special defense up to 4, and then his special attack and physical defense up to 4 as well. Also has Fortuitous 4 as a passive skill, which is great. It has a 50% chance of raising one of the user's following stats by 1 stat rank when attack move is successful. And then it's attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, accuracy, or evasiveness. And also has piercing gaze. So he's actually a strong option, not gonna lie. However, he is kind of limited. I'm not getting into you. You disappoint me. He disappoints me. I don't want to talk about Dragonite. We have... How about this? Don't... If you want to, you can. You have Palkia. Enough said. Gartrop, on the other hand, I will actually say she is a strong choice. And I'll tell you why. And no, this is not biased talking. So, recently, we actually got strong buffs to ground. We got, we did get Hippowdon, which is good. We also got Giovanni, which is fantastic. So that's, and we are technically Flygon because he can set up sand, but however, we still need Ground Zone itself. Alright. Gartrop is still insanely strong. However, you don't necessarily need... you don't need to, so she's strong with or without the EX. So she's more of here. She's strong with or without the EX. Because honestly, most of her damage comes from Earthquake. Because you have Ramming Speed, you have Surging Sand 3 built into the kit. And then you also have Surging Sand 5 built into her passive. So you don't really need to sync with her all the time. You can if you want to, but she is more of like, she's more Earthquake focused, which isn't a horrible thing, so that's why she's in strong with or without EX. However, she has kind of aged, so if you want to, you can, but she is still strong with or without her EX. Don't at me. Ethan was never good to begin with. Sorry, Grub. Evie, support EX. However, is a high priority. Evie is actually one of my top 5 favorite supports in this game. First of all, it's Evie, it's cute and cuddly, and I love Evie. Next up, she has Tackle, and she also has MGR9, so it's a free move. She also has Tackle Staggering 2, which is the 30% chance to flinch the target. Her passive of Benefactor doesn't do jack shit anymore because co-op doesn't exist. And then she has Impervious built in, which stats cannot be lowered. Fantastic. However, what her sync does, charges the user's move gauge by its current move level. So the more DP you have in her, the more it charges up the move gauge. So at 5, you charge the move gauge by 5. Raises the attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, and accuracy of all allied sync bears by 2. So you get a free +2 to everything except crit rate and evasion. Just free +2 right there. She can top you off, and she can, you know, make up for dropped stats. So yeah, honestly, Evie is a high priority support EX. Metagross is actually pretty high priority in my opinion. And I'll get into it rather quickly. See, technically, most of the time you want to get, you know, 3 out of 5 to fully access a unit's grid. Metagross technically only needs 1 out of 5 for the stuff he needs because he has Haymaker, which is the more the user's attack is raised, the more powers up moves, or the user sync moves. However, you kind of want the 3 out of 5 to get the sync move powers. So he needs it, but he also doesn't need the 3 out of 5. But he is still a high priority because Haymaker in and of itself is actually still a pretty stupidly good modifier. So yeah. Red and Charizard, I would actually say it's high priority, and I'll explain why. First of all, he's the reason why I put Hilda and Ember and Ethan and Typhlosion in doesn't really need it, because he exists. And he is literally free now. He is actually literally free, but his EX isn't free. Everybody gets a free Blastoise, gets a free Red, and gets a free Venusaur of one of their choice when you complete the Victory Road event in the game, which is literally free because it is a tutorial of how to play the game, which is weird that they give you the tutorial of how to play the game, but you need to beat chapter 10 of the main story, and by that time you pretty much have an understanding of how the game plays, but then they give you a tutorial. It's fucking weird. Anyways, Signasuit Red, Signasuit Red, Signasuit Blue, and Signasuit Leaf are all free. You can pick one after completing Victory Road. So if you can just pick Red and have a DPS to go right out the gates if you so choose. But if your DPSs are pretty set, then honestly you would choose Blastoise. The only time you ever choose Leaf is if you don't have the other two. But yeah, he is actually a high priority because he is extremely great for newer players. Still extremely strong with his sinks because he has Haymaker built in. He can do funny stuff in the sun. Yeah, he has Solar Flare 5. He has Haymaker. He can do some pretty funny shit. And plus, you know, Blast Burn is just... yeah, Blast Burn is Blast Burn. Has an extremely strong... an extremely strong base power. And then he has Piercing Gauge, so his moves never miss. He has a 20% chance of lowering your sync countdown by 1. I don't like propulsion, but it's nice to have. And then he has MGR4 built into his kit. So, yeah. He can max out his own crit rate. He can max out his own special attack. And he can and speed. He'll lower his defense and special defense by up to 2. But if he's Mega'd, he maxes out his own physical attack. So normally people just put him next to a unit that can give him some special attack, some physical attack, just so he can get his sync off and then max out his stats and then go burr. But yeah, red is honestly a high priority just based off of new players alone, and because he's free to new players and he's extremely helpful. Rotom is a support EX, and is actually a pretty good one. Can top off special attack, sync countdown acceleration, and I think some crit rate? Does it have crit rate built into the kit? Yes. Okay. As long as you get the NPR of this, you can. So it's accuracy and crit rate by +1. If it has a sync buff, it is a +2. So that's where the support EX style comes into play. You support with her, you get your sync buffs, and then you get accuracy and crit rate by 2, which would then top it off. So, perfect. Excellent. Sabrina, Sabrina's fallen off, I'm gonna be honest. Sabrina has fallen off. However, she is a support EX, so she does go in the support EX role in the tier. Sabrina's good, but maxes out. Well, yes, Ashley does max out crit rate because she has critical squad, which then tops off everything, because when you use Dire Hit All, you get another +1 stat when it's successful. So you give +1 with Dire Hit All, and then you give another one with critical squad, hence giving +2. So you max out everyone's crit rate. She does have healing with 6th Sense, and then raises that ally's special attack by 3 and that ally's accuracy by 1. But you really don't want to use this because you don't really want the DPS to take damage in order to raise its stats, because you don't want to waste a heal. So it's kind of iffy, but, you know, like I said, critical support. So, yeah, and support EX. Plumeria is actually a strong choice. I have actually found a new love in using her because I don't have anything else for poison. I mean, granted, I have Nidoking, but eek. That's an off typing technically, but granted, to make Plumeria work, it's really specific. Like, you need Snorlax. And personally, I bring Venusaur just to AoE poison everyone, because it's a lot better to rely on Venusaur AoE poisoning than having Plumeria do it. So yeah. However, she is still a really strong choice. She can actually nuke the field with her sync, but like I said, you almost need Snorlax to do it. Like, it's a very, very niche setup that she's extremely good, but she is still good, so I won't, you know, take that away from her. She also does have inertia, which maxes out her speed. Oh yeah, so the fuller the user's move gauge, the more this move raises the user's special attack, and speed can be raised by up to 3 stat ranks minimum. So pretty much at the start, you start off with her stuff, so you pretty much max out her stuff right away. So yeah. Guzma, I'm going to tell you right now, is actually high priority. And I'll tell you why. 4 DPSs for Bug. We have literally Guzma and Lusamine that are easy access to people. The rest are either not DPS or are very limited. Because Alder is a Pokefair, limited. The special costumes of Ingo and Emmett are limited. We don't even know if they rerun. If they do rerun, fantastic. But yeah, that is all we have, is Guzma and Lusamine. And thank God Guzma is actually stupidly strong with his sync, especially in Bug Zone. It's so good. I actually do quite like it. He can nuke the field by himself with his own sync without, you know, Bug Zone or, you know, super effective up. But with the Bug Zone, obviously, oh my god. Like, especially if his sync move crits, that's even more damage because he has Catastrophe too. So high priority in my own personal opinion. Yeah, I would get him EX'd. Next up is actually Leavanny. Leavanny is a normal 5-star, is a oh, I'm sorry. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Completely forgot about Leavanny. I thought that they were a support. I'm so sorry. So we have Guzma, we have Lusamine, and we have Leavanny. I'm so sorry. I forgot that they were a striker. So excuse me, I was wrong. Leavanny is a bug special striker. It just raises a chance of additional moves, raises a chance of lowering stats on a roll, swag bag, speeding sun, all that good jazz. Has Smarty Pants, so the more the target special defense is lower, the more it powers up the user's sync move. Good. Silver Wen. No, Silver. I'm sorry. Bug Buzz does that. I'm sorry, Bug Buzz. Okay. And then Solar Flare 5 with the sun. So honestly, does actually have good synergy with his own kit. Obviously, you just have to bring your own sun. You know, bring your sun to work day. Not that kind of sun though. S-U-N, not S-O-N. I would say they're a good choice because Guzma is like right there. I would say they are a good choice. I haven't personally tested. I've only used Guzma. I'm gonna leave in good choice for now. If you those that would argue is a strong choice, I'm not gonna say no because they are still a strong. I just can't choose between. So for me personally, I would say it's a good choice personally, but if you put in strong choice, I don't blame you. Like, I just can't choose. For me, good choice. Delph. Oh my god, dude, I remember when Delphox was like the shit. You know, turn skipping and all that jazz because of hypnosis. Matt's old ass Via team when Via was hard and my head hurts. Rude Awakening powers of the sync move when the target is asleep. Good Nightmare 5, Go Viral 9, Stat Leech. Honestly, it's not a bad choice. It's a good choice, but not a bad one. But you have red. Ha 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 ha. Honestly, I would say if you want to, you can. They're a tech. Yeah, they're tech. They're a special tech. I would say if you want to, you could argue good choice, but eh. Alrighties, now we're on to Driftlim. They are a physical striker. Let's see what they have. They have Demoralize, which lowers the attack of all opposing sync pairs by 1 after sync move. Then they have Blind Spot, which is the more the user's evasiveness is raised, the more it powers up moves. When affected by a status condition, they can raise its own defense by an extra 2. Otherwise, it's only +2. However, it can max it out at +6. So there is the chance that it can. However, I don't know how I feel about having it affected by a status condition to do that. So like burn, trapped, and all that jazz. Yeah. However, they are still a good choice if you need it. Clement! I forget you are a 5-star until I pull you, and I hate it. Clement and Heliolisk. Alrighties. You have Cakewalk, which is the more the target's speed is lower, the more it powers up the user's sync move. I mean, Mud Slap does that. No, that's speed. Electro Web does that. Wow, you are all sync damage of anything. You are not damage at all. Jesus Christ. If you want to, you can. I can't personally justify it. I really just can't. I really honestly can't justify it. Milotic. Whoops, almost misspelled Milotic. Alright, Milotic is a tech water, is a special tech water. Doesn't have anything besides the 2 sync move nodes. However, has Trap built into its own thingy-babobber, its own sync move. Has Whirlpool, which is guaranteed trapped. No passive to buff up the sync itself, but it does have stationary target, which buffs off its own. So if you want to, you can. I wouldn't say that they're a better choice than Feraligatr or Seabold, but yeah. If you want to, you can. Oh, not also, by the way, not Craball or Clawitzer. I'm dumb. I just remember the Pokemon's name. Next up, we have Gallade. Gallade got all the shit that, not the shit that Lucario should have got. Big sad. Has Cakewalk, which is the more the user's, the target speed is lower, the more powered up sync moves. Has the same effect as Red and Charizard, pretty much word for word, except for different Pokemon, which becomes Mega until end of battle, then raises user's crit rate by 1. Low Sweep does lower the target speed, which brings in Cakewalk, but also has Focus Blast. Does he have Inertia? He doesn't even have Inertia. So yeah, his whole thing is lower speed, stronger sync. So, sure. I mean, the critical strikes are nice. If you want to, you can. Steelix is a support EX. Is actually still a strong support EX. Base kit without grid is minimum 4 physical defense, and then also sets up critical hit defense as well as something else. Yeah, critical hit defense and stat reduction defense to the ally field of play. So yeah, just a lot of funny shenanigans that it can do. Also does have Rejuvenate 6. Not Rejuvenate 6, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Recuperation. Recuperation 2 restores the user's HP by approximately 40% of its HP after using a sync move, so free heal upon sync, so nice. We're almost done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. Dawn is a support EX. Actually, a really strong support EX, actually, considering that Sinnoh pretty much has nothing. Well, it doesn't have nothing, just eek. However, Torterra, I'm not going to take it away anything from Torterra. Torterra is actually pretty good. Can max out defenses of physical because it just has 2 MPR2s, which pretty much everyone gets. Good as new, which is fully heals an ally, removes all static conditions from ally, removes confuse and all that jazz from the ally, so yeah. And then, yeah, obviously, you know, support EX. Razor Leaf, which isn't horrible. So, yeah, Seed Bomb if you want to, but I don't think anybody would. But yeah, honestly, still support EX. Sharpedo, I literally only just pulled my 2nd ever fucking copy yesterday. So, you are Physical Striker, and you have quite a bit of Sync Nuke's capabilities. You have 4 Sync nodes. You also have Inertia built into your kit, which is good. Raises user, however, do you raise your own speed? Okay, you have Fast Track too, so if you want to. The only reason why I'm doing this is because if it's not a guaranteed raise of the stat, then I don't know how I feel about it. Plus, that's only 30%, so Jigglypuff! Everybody remembers Jigglypuff, right? As a kid, you hated when it put everybody to sleep, and then everybody fell asleep, and then it got pissy. It is a special striker, has Rude Awakening 5, shocker. It has sleep stuff. Obviously, puts... does it put people to sleep? Bro, if it doesn't put people to sleep, I'm actually gonna be pissed. Has clock out, puts the target to sleep with a sync move targeting an opponent successful. But literally does not have sleep in its own kit. You have a modifier for when the target is asleep to power up your sync move, but you have to sync move to put them to sleep? My head is spinning from this unit. It has nothing besides that one sync to put them to sleep. I'm sorry, no. Steven and Sandslash. Moving on to an Ice DPS. We haven't had one in a little bit, at least on here. Very strong, double down 3, powers up sync moves when effective. Freezer burn, so when the target is frozen, you know, stronger. And then flincher to 5. Powers up sync when the target is flinching. Has Icicle Crash. Does it set up its own hail? Yes, it does. It creates hail upon sync, which is great. And then invigorated hail. It's all hail stuff. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Actually, they are a strong choice. Honestly, I would say a strong choice. So yes, very good choice for an EX. Also, physical striker. If you couldn't tell by the 424 physical attack and 115 special attack. Anywho's. Cynthia and Como. I hate to do this. I really fucking hate to do this. She's only a good choice because she has been power prepped to absolute shit. Como has been power prepped to shit, and I'm kind of sad because I love my Cynthias. But yeah, Static Shock 5 when they're paralyzed. Adrenaline 1, not bad to have. And then High 5, which raises attack, physical attacks, special defense, and speed by 1 to the user after sync. Doesn't really have much else for her sync stuff. So pretty much Static Shock 5 is her whole thing. So she's pretty much just a good choice. You could argue she's strong with or without the EX, but this is this is copium. Like, they're a good choice, but they're copium, so that's pretty much it. Blue and Blastoise is pretty much will be the first immediately tier. So, like I said, he's a support EX. The grid extension literally made him almost timeless. Because he's going on 2 years now and he's still a really strong support EX. So, mans can pretty much do it all. So, yeah. Like I said, newer players, great starting choice. If you have a strong DPS, you pick up Blastoise. If you need a strong DPS, pick up Red. Blastoise pretty much, you know, Angry Turtle or Mega Turtle. I don't remember. Matt will put the fucking meme on screen because I'll just send it to him because it's funny. Angry Turtle 2 Angry to Die. Blastoise. Teen Tri-Age Tank. 30% of restoring the HP of all allied sync pairs when the user's hit by an attack move. Team Fist Bump 2, 30% chance of restoring HP to all allied sync pairs when an attack move is successful. Adrenaline 1. A lot of good stuff with this sync grid thingy bobber. Pep Rally on to the top. Natural Remedy, Racing Impervious. Yeah, you get the idea. And then you're just a good choice. Sadly, Leaf and Venusaur is just a good choice. Like, I wouldn't even recommend it, but she's an okay choice to EX. But that is going to be it for part 1 of technically 3. This is part 1 of technically 3 that we're going to do of this. I forgot to at the start of the video, but I'll probably do a quick little intro. I'll just redo the intro and Matt can just cut it. Big shout out to Sages X for putting this entire tier list together. This is the most colorful and neatest and one of the best looking sync pairs tier list that I have ever fucking seen. It is updated to the point it literally had How and Alolan Raichu, and they just got announced for their EX like a few days ago. So big shout out to Sages again for this. And yeah, I will leave the link to this tier list down in the description below. If you guys did enjoy this video and you actually managed to sit through all of it, I, first of all, greatly appreciate it. It's over an hour long. But I hope you do find this informative and extremely helpful. As always, if you guys did enjoy the video, please remember to hit like. If you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button, turn notifications, stay up to date with everything I post. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, have a great day. Peace.
United Tempest!